Let's talk about Lechuza. For as long as I can remember, I've heard stories about this mythical creature, whether from late night conversations with my family or online. But what is this creature that is so heavily spoken about in the Latin culture? Most of what we know about this myth comes from word of mouth, but fortunately, some experts in the field were able to trace the story back to the 19th century. During the Spanish conquest, strong Christian beliefs were brought to Mesoamerica, and those beliefs did not align with the indigenous people. So the Spaniards condemned their beliefs as paganism and satanic. Utilizing this ideology, they accused many of witchcraft and demonized nocturnal animals such as owls and cats, and aggressively linked them to witchcraft. Eventually, the owl became a symbol of evil, associated with witchcraft, and a symbol of death, leading to the creation of Lechuza. But is that all there is to the legend? Is there a more spiritual or menacing entity? In many stories, Lechuza, which is translated to the owl in English, has always been described as a large owl with the face of a woman. The most widely known story starts with a lonely old woman that lived in a small northern Mexico town. One year, a small child went missing, and when nobody was able to locate the child, they began to become suspicious of the lonely old woman and accused her of witchcraft. As a form of revenge, she then decided to make a deal with the devil so that she could come back as a shape-shifting owl. Now there's a few other variations to the legend, such as 1. The owl is not actually the woman in the form of this creature, but rather a demon that was sent by a witch to spy, curse, and steal people's children. 2. It is a woman's spirit seeking revenge for her child who was falsely accused and killed, and so now she steals other people's children to take place of her own. 3. It is a woman whose child was killed by a drunk, and so she now seeks revenge by preying on the people that are drunk, leaving bars late at night. Now most stories online revolve around this entity making its appearance during the late hours of the night, usually when returning home after a night of drinking, but it's also said that she likes to lure in partners who have been unfaithful or target individuals that are associated with domestic abuse. It lures its prey in by whistling or oftentimes mimicking the sound of a crying baby. If spotted, this creature has been seen as a bad omen and also a warning that something terrible is going to happen. To this day, many people still report seeing Lechuza, like the following story that I found on Reddit. This story comes from a user named Happy Amputee, and the story goes, "So when I was younger, I was sitting on the porch, just enjoying being outside when I hear this whistle sound, and I didn't know where it was coming from. I thought maybe it was someone I knew from the neighborhood, so I whistled back, thinking maybe they would come into my view. As soon as I whistled, I saw an owl perch onto the power lines. As my eyes adjusted to its face, it had this ugly, weird-looking face. I teared up and started crying to my mom. She, of course, just thought it was my imagination. It scared me so much that I stayed inside for the next few nights, but I could still hear the whistle, and when I would look out the window blinds, I could see it on the power lines. So I got my mom, and I showed her, and she saw it. She looked scared. She told my grandma, and my grandma said a prayer over me that night, and I never saw the owl ever since. So according to my grandma, that owl is a witch who comes to kill people so that she can keep her magic. It's supposed to be a Mexican folklore. I can't say for sure what it was, but it definitely scared me. I no longer whistle back at night when I hear something whistle." This story still lives in today's Latin culture. But what do you think? Is Lechuza just an old wise tale that parents tell their kids so they don't stay out too late? Is it a passed down story from the 19th century with no ties to spirituality? Or is it a vengeful spirit of a woman looking to take revenge on those that dare to stay out too late at night? Whatever it is, let's talk about it.